Welcome, guys, and welcome Battle Mode. We're about to have a battle in Mechabellum.
Hi, Daz. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't know who. I think you might have invited me, actually, technically. But anyway,
Yeah.
this is cool. But I've set up a room. You can see it there in the top left, Railway Town, where we've got DasTactic versus Battle Mode. Now the scores. We do have to sort of talk about this. There's the big discrepancy and how much better you are than I am in this game. You've got 538 points. I've only got a lowly 74.
Well, that was our first multiplayer game, both of us, and I won. But Daz was trashing me right at the start. For like the first 6 rounds, he absolutely wrecked me, and then I started kind of picking it back up and won the last couple. So
Got the big comeback.
It was fluke.
But it's funny.
I think also I took advantage of something that Daz I hadn't come across yet, which was the War Factory. But yeah, we'll be able to talk about it as we're in the game. It's a really cool game, this one.
Yeah, and we did a test run actually, and that's why we're just having a bit of a joke about the scores, because I was ahead of my 74 points. Were actually ahead of Battle Mode's points. He had 50 something points at the start, so we're very, very much beginners. I think that must have been your first multiplayer game as well, I guess.
It was, yeah. I've not played it yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. So this is so anyway. It's going to be it's not going to be a very much a sort of elite sort of rundown of how to play the game, but it's going to be good fun anyway. And anyway, Battle Mode got the points in our test one. We wanted to get a feel for how much time we had to talk, etc., which is actually fairly comfortable, I've got to say.
Yes. There is a time pressure, but it's not too heavy, is it? I don't think.
No. Did you ever run out of time? I don't think I did. We seem to be finishing about the same time with a few seconds left to spare, without really worrying about it much.
Yeah, I didn't run out of time at all. No, it seems to be fairly generous. I guess with a multiplayer game like this, they've got to strike a balance between it being, fast enough for people not to get bored, but giving people enough time as well. So it seems fair to me.
Yeah, and actually with what's going on with the game, just in case you don't know about what the game is, the game is Mechabellum. It's an auto-battler where you basically establish an army over time, turn by turn, and the different units, a bit of a rock, paper, scissors type mechanic where different units will then be good against other units. And so, as I say, Ben and I, or Battlemate and I, aren't all that au fait with all of these different things yet, so we're not expert with it, but we are having a lot of fun with it. So when you're ready, shall we just press the ready button and get into it?
Ready to go, Daz. That was good. I'd say as well to anybody who's watched this, I was kind of put off playing this originally because I read that it was going to be going free to play once it exited early access, and I made a real mistake with that because this is a really, really good game. I think there's a lot of depth, and my understanding is that the paid stuff is just going to be entirely cosmetic. So don't do a battle mode and get put up. Okay,
we've got a few different choices at the start. You've got like 30 seconds to make a decision as to what your start kit will be. We're not going to talk about what our strategies are until we actually get into the bits that we're sharing. I am going to go with this one.
And I'm going to pick this one.
All right, so I don't know if we can see. Okay, so I can see that he's got like rollers and things like that. So we're just going to go and I can click and move these things around a little bit. I'm just going to move these across. So we can't see the actual movement, but we've got a lot of time. We've got like 90 seconds to set these things up.
I'm going to try something a bit wild, I think.
We also have some points to spend as well over here.
Okay, yeah, I want some of these things as well. Because I like these little guys.
So all my points have gone, so I've got nothing else I can really do at this stage. We've still got a lot of time, so I'm just going to end my deployment now. But at this stage, I've got no idea what he's buying or anything.
Oh, that's got sledgehammers. So these are the heavy tank. Oh, I think I might have made a mistake.
Snipers. These are arc-light type snipers.
Ooh. Oh, I punched through on the left here, on my left. There we go.
Got me.
Yeah, so when you destroy these towers, it temporarily kind of shuts down the opposing army for a little while. They don't get to fight quite so effectively. tanks aren't going down easy though.
So they've got like a lot of arc lights, which are long-range weapons. So I've got smashed that first turn. And whatever the point score is off here will then get taken off my points over this other side.
That's right, yeah. So I think it's based on how many units that I've got left alive. So if you can have a very convincing win, you knock off more hit points of your opponent.
I'll just keep that one for later on. So I've got like 350 points to spend at this stage. Now, I know I'm going to be struggling here unless I start to do something different. So I'm going to have to go into unlocks and then try to find something that can actually then deal with what he has. Might go this way, I think.
Okay, that was quite a quick setup for me this time. Yeah, so Daz has got these sledgehammer heavy tanks. Oh, he's gone for the snipers as well, the long range, the marksman.
So
my sneaky
Battlemade's used a missile back over there.
Yeah, okay. So I put a sneak attack
fast.
on my right flank, but I don't think that's going to work. I did manage to power through on the left though.
So I'm being absolutely smashed over here.
Yeah, it's because I managed to get through to the tower in the back. So like what I've done is really overloaded on my left flank. That'll be Daz's right. So I think that's what happened there. I just kind of pushed through with quite a lot of firepower.
I thought your arc lights actually were actual snipers. So I've gone with reverse sniper stuff. I am being smashed in here. God, what do I do now? I've gone with the wrong stuff.
You can, but as you saw, Daz, you can pull it around in one turn. Like it can go from being an absolute lose fest into picking the right unit that just completely crushes, your opponent. So it's quite interesting in that respect, I think. The other thing is, when you're winning, it's kind of hard to know what to do because you can kind of just keep going on with your tactics that you've already picked and hope it still works. Or
One doesn't accept them. Oh, there we go.
Okay, let's go.
Right, okay, I've screwed up here again as well. That's all right.
And right, so you can upgrade units in this game as well, which is kind of cool. The upgrades can be expensive, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, so there's little on my screen, the little up arrows are sort of showing things in through there.
Oh, he's gone for the Overlord. So the big flying aircraft. Okay, Daz put loads more stuff in the centre now.
So I'm struggling over here, and they've come in behind us over the side. I should have
I
catered
fought
for
me
that.
off on the left, though, look. Oh, I managed to get through on the right this time, though. I don't think I've got anything that can kill that thing, though.
Oh, the arc lights can.
Okay.
You've got a sniper there as well, and I'm just going to be focusing on the small stuff. Oh no, it's only the sniper that can actually deal with that.
That's kind of interesting, because you're probably going to kill quite a lot of stuff if I manage to take that thing down. Now, this is the thing about it being an auto battler. I can't, like, Daz and I can't change what these things are targeting. So I've basically, Daz has kind of got to sit here and watch this sniper take it out from long range while it focuses on all the stuff that's close. So it's all about positioning, I guess. Positioning and unit choice. Oh, do you know what? That was actually really close. I think
it was close in the end, yeah.
It was really close. Look, I barely took any hit points there. kind of expensive.
Go that way.
Let's go with this.
So now I've got upgrades for one.
Okay,
so you can see there's a range of different things in through this other side. So I need to deal with that. You can only get 2 units per turn.
That's right, yeah. So a maximum of 2 units. I think there's an upgrade that allows you to increase that to 3, if I remember right.
So we'll probably come over this side this time.
It's a bit early for these things. Is that going to get wrecked? Probably. Yeah. I've made a bit of a mistake here.
All right, so we're getting bigger
go.
units coming in.
Oh wow. Okay, more overlords. Oh, he's hurt. Daz has reacted to this sneak attack that I put on the side. So after round 2, you can start putting stuff on the side, on the flanks, and that can be kind of difficult to deal with. Oh, he's got shields up as well on the left.
So I need these to survive to just deal with the ground units. We've still got a sniper over there, which is a bit of a problem. We do actually have the second one there.
Oh yeah, so you completely defeated that attack I had on the right flank. And battle mode here forgot to pick anything that can kill the to kill the flying units. Oh, no. You got this one, Daz. It's a bit close again.
Yes, close.
Oh, I think you got it.
So
there
a
you
few
go.
more points off that one.
Okay, I need to remember to take something that can kill those flying units.
So we can't change what just happened through there.
Okay, what can deal with that thing?
I've got a bit of points in through this other side as well. I think I'm going to have to invest. And throw one of them down. Then I can put that on there.
3, 1, 2. Where are we? Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So cancel that.
Okay, I'm good to go. Oh, he's gone for the melting point as well. So we had the same idea to get the big HP damage dealing thing.
Let's get those. Still got a bit of points there. I can still load in one more of these. Yeah, we need to sort of. That's too difficult to go after those, so I'll just go. Oops, I ran out of time.
Uh oh, it's coming down on my flank here. Oh no! Crikey! I was just so heavily focused on finding something that can take out those overlords. Oh, I managed to get through. Oh, I managed to get through to the shields already. Oh, I've got them both.
Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, it's not looking good on this left side for me. Yeah, I've lost on the left, but I've won on the right. The only problem is you've got these overlords again. Oh, they're not gonna last. Yeah, that was a good choice with the melting point there on your right flank, Daz.
Yeah, I screwed up by not. I didn't realise I couldn't put shielding on the. I thought I could do it on those flying units, but they don't take the shields.
Yeah. Oh right, okay. I haven't used those, I don't think. I think you can. There's one of the upgrades you can get at the start of each turn that gives you a free one, which is pretty cool. That's the only time I've ever picked it. Excuse me. I think I'm going to go with this.
I'm going to go that way this time. Yeah, we're going to run out of time, I think, again, if I don't act fast.
Yeah, same. I got 50 seconds, 58 seconds. Oh, I just don't know what I want.
I know, a bit of time.
30 seconds, got plenty of time. Okay, and...
Yeah, so there's units being added in over this other side. So, but that's not, shouldn't worry us too much.
Okay.
So they're going to form. They'll then come in and destroy this. There's still a lot in here.
Oh wow, how have you got that moving shield? Oh, no. Oh, I managed to get through to your flank though.
Yeah, so my buildings are going to go straight down,
Yeah.
which then weakens me. Just got to rely on these big flying units. And these are going to be destroying the flying units. If these get too close, I'm not going to be able to do much against them, but we're okay on the left-hand flank, on my left flank.
Oh, his melting point has gone down. That's good. Yeah, so I picked these long-range strike aircraft hoping they could target those things, and it looks like they can.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. So that's taken me out.
So they're a good counter for that thing. Although, mind you, that Overlord destroyed 2 of these in one attack. So I guess they only work providing they're sort of supported.
Yeah, so we've got...
What are we to 7? Okay, no, I want this.
I don't know why I chose that.
Sometimes it's good just to experiment with stuff, isn't it, I think?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick setup for me. What's happening? What's Daz going for?
What else has he got? Nothing extra there. That's okay.
Oh, we got the... I've got loads of... I keep forgetting to deploy all my missiles and modules and things.
Yeah, we can also... Yeah, you can upgrade different things as well. Let's get the extra range on those. We've got a bit to spend.
Yeah, I love this because it's one of those games where, you know, your opponent makes a move, in a sense, on one round, and then you are kind of forced to react to it, especially if they win. And if you're not careful, you kind of end up just reacting to what your opponent's doing, like every round, and it can be really difficult to come back from it. Like that, the AI got me with that. So
Let's go that way.
oh, even more of the aircraft. Okay. Oh yeah, that center's looking pretty strong now.
So he's now brought in a factory.
Yeah, I brought in the factory, and it's producing the highballs about every 5.5 seconds, I think it is. It spits out a new unit, so if you're expecting a war of attrition. But I think I've made a mistake. I think these melting points are going to make short work of it, actually. getting a bit too close already. See what's going on in this right flank here. Big feet on the right. Yeah, the left's not looking good either. So, yeah, look at this. Daz is like, he's got smaller units that are in front of his high hit point targets. So the melting point's kind of wasting its energy for shooting at these little troops. Oh yeah, I've been soundly defeated here, I think.
It's still close. I know we've got those. Yeah.
We're gone. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Wow, what to do about those guys?
Gee, it's close.
Oh,
These scores.
look. Oh, wow, really knocked me down to 800. So the reason why that happened is because Daz had so many units left.
Let's go that way.
Get around those things. I'm sure there was something that was able to deal with those that I'm missing. Gosh, running low on time.
Right, that's all I can really do. Oops, I should have done that. Oh well. Missed the opportunity.
Okay. Nearly there. Oh, I just ran out of time that time. Oh, look at that. He's going heavy on these overlord things.
Yeah, I've specialised in them now, and they're now spawning flying units as well, little wasps.
Oh, good lord!
Which then gives you targets in front of me.
Oh, I managed to get through to your shield generator though, on the left side. So, it's just those melting points in the middle. I don't think I've got anything to counter those things. It looks like the war factory's going to go down. Oh, look at that as well. So I picked melting point because I thought it could take down the overlords, but the overlords are spawning all those little ships.
Yeah,
so they just can't deal with it.
That's what's stopping you. Yeah.
Daz, you've got revenge, sir.
Yeah, I did. I thought I was dead and gone there at the start. I thought, how on earth am I going to get back? It's funny how it swings around, though, isn't it? It's an interesting game like that.
It's great.
It's
well,
very, very
it just
cool.
shows you. I mean, just how the mechanics are surprisingly deep. This is so our friend DasTactic plays this, and he was talking to me about this, and he said that he was quite surprised at how deep the game is, considering there's not that many unit types. There's just so much variation in everything, and like the more I've played it, the more I've realised that even subtle differences in your positioning, like starting your units further back or like further along the flank, can make a big difference to the way that the whole battle works out. So I really like these auto battler games. They're really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's like it is very, very interesting, and yeah, as you said, like like the first game, I was absolutely smashing, and you came straight back and won that one. I was miles ahead of you in the first one, and then this one, it sort of went the opposite way. It very much is a game of trying to find the counter, and I guess we have got to save replay, but just talking about it, I think that the like at the start, my ground units just couldn't compete with your long range anti-ground units, and then. What was interesting, I think, what the ebb and flow of the game was that you had a lead in that instance. I couldn't compete with what I had originally chosen because of those rolling balls, the steel balls. So these are high-speed anti-unit bots, which are ideal against the small ones. And I was using a small craft along with the sledgehammers, which is a heavy tank, but still it's still a group of small craft. And then at that point, to overcome that, I then brought marksmen in. I thought that your arc lights were marksmen, but anyway.
Yeah, they look kind of similar, don't they?
Yeah, so I did click on it, but the name didn't sort of twig. But anyway, I ended up thinking the only way I can actually compete with yours is to then bring in aircraft, and so I did invest in the high level overlords. But then what Battle Mode did really cleverly was then to bring in a group of phoenixes. And so the phoenixes, and where they were positioned as well, they were firing from long range, as you said before. Like you brought in long range aircraft, where you do actually have the range enhancement, and so even just two of them actually wiped out one whole flank. And at that point, it was like, okay, well, how do I then counter that? So I did actually brute force it, but then I did also then add in where it's a mothership where it produces 4 wasps to join the battle, which would then become, in that last battle, that was why they were being targeted, the small ships, while the big ships were able to get through and do the damage. But that was, again, it's one of these games where every little thing you do, there is a counter to it. You just got to know what the counter is.
Well, you did really well, because I was stacking most of my forces on the left, and that's why I kept getting through to the shields, and you weren't putting units in front of the shields, so I was like, okay, I'm going to try and punish Daz for this. But the mistake I made, I think, in this, apart from not having something to counter the flying units earlier, is not noticing that you were upgrading those overlords. Because by the end of the game, you had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the things.
Yeah.
All of them are pumping out more units. Like there was no way there's no way that I could have won that last round with that, because the sheer amount of units they were pumping out. I tried the similar thing with the war factory, but I made some dumb mistakes. I think if I'd have got more war factories early on, they're kind of expensive, just like the Overlord is. So you can't really invest in them too soon. But the sooner you invest in them, the more powerful they become, because you get the upgrades and you get more of them, and the more of them you've got with the manufacturing upgrade, the more units you're pumping out, essentially. So you kind of overcome that just 2 units per round limitation by kind of investing heavily in those big units. And I think you good victory, Daz. Good victory.
I was half relying on you actually having more heavy units, to be honest, because I chose one of the cards I chose was one that gives you 50 supply for every large unit that you knock out.
Oh, I think I might have taken that one too.
Okay, because I thought, hopefully you've got like heaps and heaps of them, and my flying units will be able to take them out. But it was that was a really cool game. So thanks. Well, that was. It's as I say, Battle Mode won the first one. Fantastic comeback in that first one, and I managed to snaffle the victory with this one here. But it's an incredible game, isn't it? Really, it's just an amazing game.
It's great, and I think it's one of those things. It's fun to learn as well, because you see an immediate payoff for the tactical decisions you're making every round.
Yeah,
because the rounds are relatively short, so you get that payoff really very quickly. I think this could become quite an addictive game, and I can see why it's become quite popular. I came across this game, Daz, when you were talking about it, and so I went and on your DasTactic, and I went and had a look, and like I say, I passed it off because I was like, oh, it's kind of going to early, into free to play, and I've got a bit of a rule: I don't really play free to play games. But I think this one, now I've realised that it is just cosmetic stuff that they're selling. It's not. So the game's going to be free, and they're just going to sell the cosmetics and kind of run off the money that they've made during early access. I actually think that's a very fair model.
I was when I heard it, I was the same actually. When I heard that it was going to go to free to play, I immediately thought, oh my god, I've been making video content about it, and now I've led people up the garden path about a game that I thought was then, as you say, is like free to play. I don't trust them, but in this case, the assurance is that it's not going to be affecting the gameplay at all.
No, and I did look. It like all the stuff in the store is purely just cosmetic things, so you can just change the way things look. So I think it's going to be popular. And honestly, this is the first auto battler game I've played that is designed to be just an auto battler. Like, it's not, the auto battler system isn't part of another game like with Galciv or Dominions or Conquest Elysium or the other ones that I play. So it's really, really interesting.
Very pure, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's funny. I actually about a year ago, I was looking at games design stuff, and I started making some little board games just out of paper counters, and it was like this. You had both sides had like a little armies with different units on a kind of checkerboard, and they had an algorithm as to how they moved every turn. So it moves 4 units. If it comes to something, it turns left, or whatever. And each little thing had an algorithm, and it worked very much like this. And when I saw this, I was like, oh man, this is so far in advance of the stuff that I was kind of considering when it came to auto battler design. Like, it's really, really complex. There's loads of stuff, It's like all the movement speed.
What I thought it was going to be? I thought it was actually going to be basically a modern remake of gratuitous space battles, which is an auto battler where you only play a single battle. It was really the building onto your forces aspect of this game that really got me. I just thought that's such a fantastic way to do it, where you start off small and just keep on building up turn after turn, trying to counter what the other person has done.
It's very interesting. It's I mean, in essence, it's a turn-based game, right? So it's a versus turn-based game where it's over quick. I mean, how long has this been? 30 minutes, and we've been talking as well. So you can play it really fast, and you get that immediate payback every round to see the choices and the decisions that you make. There's loads of toys to play with. Yeah, I like it, man. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we better wrap up the video. So thanks Battle Mode for having the game. That was awesome. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Daz.
It was
definitely. It was really good fun.
It is definitely a nice, quick and easy one to actually get into as well, isn't it? Really, like it's one that was like when we started, we thought, we're going to be probably stuffing around for a couple of hours trying to figure out how to get in and do the recordings and things like that. So that was our plan, was to test today and then basically come back another day and try to actually record. But because quite often when you're trying to do these sort of collaborative type videos, you end up wasting an awful lot of time. But this was really, really seamless. I mean,
definitely, and I think it's great because both our audiences are going to get to see. Well, there's a bit of cross contamination with the audiences, if nothing else, but also, they both get to see a different side of the battle as well with the setup. So, for people who are watching my channel, go and watch Daz and check out what he was doing in the setup, and vice versa, because it could be kind of interesting to see the different ways that we were doing things.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, thanks.
Thanks, Battle Mode. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye-bye.